Okay. Number one, goal setting. I haven't done a very good job about this lately, mostly because I unplugged myself in November. But on Mondays, I want you guys setting goals for your week. And when we set goals, and this is kind of a la Ray Higdon, what he teaches. But when we set goals with our business, it's never about what we're producing. So you might want to book 5 parties, but you don't have control over if people say yes to booking. You might want to recruit 2 people, but you don't have control over that. You might, want to sell $500, but you don't have control over that. So your goals for the week should be action oriented. You can't control whether people say yes or no to you. You can't control whether they buy or not, join or not, host or not. But you can control how many people you ask and how many people you talk to and what steps that you take. So an action goal would be, I'm going to make 5 customer care calls or send 5 customer care messages every single day this week. I'm going to ask 2 people a day if they want to host a party. It doesn't matter if they say yes or no, and most of the time they're probably going to say no. But the point is that you're asking. Other action goals could be to read a chapter in a book a day, listen to a podcast every day or 3 times a week. Work tweaking your vision board, rewriting your why statement. Like those are action goals. So when you are sitting down and writing these goals out, make sure that you're focusing on the action, not the outcome, because you never have control over what other people do. You can only control yourself. Other types of action goals you can have is like scheduling a call with your upline leader. And if you've talked to your upline leader a lot and you want a different perspective, find a different leader on our team and talk to them, because sometimes you just need a different perspective. So hopefully that helps. So every Monday, you should be setting goals and actually writing them down. And then on Friday, looking at those goals and reflecting on how you did. If you met them, then celebrate. Go get a coffee, do a little dance. And if you didn't meet them, it's not about beating yourself up, but it's about, okay, I said I was going to do 5 customer cares calls a day. I only did that 3 out of the 5 days. So then you have to reevaluate. Does that mean you do 5 3 days a week? Does that mean you do 10 3 days a week? Or was it just a weird week? Just reevaluate to the next week. You set realistic goals that you can accomplish. And it's never even about the size of the goal. Like Ray likes to say, the size of the goal doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you say I'm going to talk to 5 people a day or 1,000 people a day. There isn't a prize for the big goal. You just have to do it. Hold on, my mom sent me a text. I gotta respond. You gotta respond when it's mom. Okay, so that was number 1. All right, number 2. Okay, you guys, the retreat is coming up in February. I'm gonna be plugging this thing until it happens. February 22nd and 23rd, Carissa, correct me if I'm wrong, we are having our first ever annual, which gives me goosebumps, Team Summit Retreat here in Omaha, Nebraska. Omaha, Nebraska is a central location. It is not a destination that you would maybe want to come to in February. It's going to be cold and snowy, but it's going to be cold and snowy most of the country. So what we're doing is we're partnering with Norwex, so it's really exciting. So on Friday night, you're going to come to Omaha. We have already rented an Airbnb. It's a giant house. It sleeps like 1,000 people. We're going to all be there together. There's a kitchen, there's living rooms, there's real couches and chairs, there's separate bedrooms. It's awesome. So you know how like when you go to a hotel, you're either like stuck in a loud lounge or you're trying to sit on people's beds where they're just going to sleep and eat and crumbs are falling. It's never comfortable. So we're super excited about this. So Friday night, we are going to have Kathy Mitchell and Jenna Lang, who is Nebraska's RSM and some other states. You might have her. And they're ours. So they're going to be with us Friday night. We're going to have like a little session with them. It's going to be intimate. It's going to be awesome. And then all day Saturday is a Success Saturday, which is put on by Norwex. So it's going to be trainings from the leaders that are in Nebraska, Jenna, Kathy, You're not going to want to miss it. And then Saturday night, we're going to do some more team building stuff with us. Sunday morning, more team stuff. And then you can go home Sunday in the afternoon. So if you want to come to that, if you think you can get yourself to Omaha in February, be thinking about it, be looking at how you can make that work, and let me know, because we already have a separate group set up for that. Yes, you can all come. We already have a separate group set up for that, and we're adding people there. We already have 6 people confirmed to come. Like, it's just, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. And I feel like this is the start of something big, because those of you who can be there, guys, you're going to be able to say you were at the first Team Summit retreat. Because do you guys realize that, like, Chris Carlson, she has people come to her beach house, leaders, like they have retreats of like 300 people. Like, it's incredible. You guys are going to be able, that's going to be us someday. Right, Vanessa? That is going to be Team Summit someday. And if you stick around and make this work, you're going to say, I remember back when it was February and it was cold and miserable. We had our winter coats and we were in that amazing house, but it was cold and there was like 12 of us. You're going to be able to say you were at the first one. Like, this is the first one. So get your butt to Omaha. We're going to all be cold together. Anyway, it's going to be good. So you don't want to miss it. Amy, yay! It's not for everyone, but it is certainly for those motivated. And seriously, Omaha's kind of a hidden gem, so you'll be glad you came. Hi, John. John sneaked on. Hi, John. Oh, hold on. My mom is texting me. Sorry. Okay. She's Christmas shopping and she's like, there's 6 minutes left. I'm like, okay, just get it. I don't care. Okay. Then team shirts. This is the last call for team shirts, because I need to get the order in so they're ready for leadership. I don't know if I'm going to order them from this lady again. I don't know if the next time I order them, they'll be the light shirt. We might do something different for national conference in August. I don't know, but it's not probably going to be till like August. So if you want a team shirt, they're like $20. Get a team shirt. You're going to want one for February. Wink, wink, wink. Make sure you have one. And yeah, so make sure, I just posted that in Team Summit too. Okay, I'm going to read a little motivational story to you, and then I'll open it up to questions. All right, so you've heard the story before, and I don't care, because it's so good. Like, this story really makes me I think about this a lot. It's, would you rather be a carrot, an egg, or a coffee bean? I know you've heard the story, but I want you to hear it again. So in our business, oh goodness, my mother. Hold on. I'm in the middle of a team meeting period, probably Black. Okay. So in our business, we are required to understand people's stories. Everyone has a story. A lot of what we do is identifying people's struggles and how we can help them wherever they're at in life. If it's cleaning urine off of a couch or needing to have extra income, we are helping people with their story. And there's always 2 sides to every story, and we all have our own perception of reality. So a lot of times, I think in a business like this, when we are all our own boss, we get caught up in our own dilemma and our own drama and our own problems, and we forget that a lot of what we're dealing with is kind of just based on our own point of view and our own perspective. So this story kind of fits along those lines. So here's the story. A young woman went to her mother and told her, a young woman went to her mother and told her about her life and how things were so hard for her. She did not know how she was going to make it, and she just wanted to give up. She was tired of fighting and tired of struggling, and it seemed like as one problem was solved, a new one arose. And I think a lot of us have been there and can identify with that. So her mother took her to the kitchen. She filled 3 pots of water. In the first, she placed carrots. In the second, eggs, and in the last, she placed coffee beans. She let them sit and boil and didn't say a word. In about 20 minutes, she turned off the burners and she fished the carrots out and placed them in a bowl. She put the eggs in a second bowl and the coffee into a third bowl. Turning to her daughter, she said, "Tell me what you see." "Carrots, eggs, and coffee," she said. She brought her closer and asked her to feel the carrots. She did and noted that they were soft. She then asked her to take an egg and break it. After pulling off the shell, she observed the hard-boiled egg. Finally, she asked her to sip the coffee. The daughter smiled as she tasted its rich aroma. Her daughter said, "What's the point, Mom?" Her mother explained that each of these objects had faced the same adversity, boiling water, but each one reacted very differently. The carrot went in strong, hard, and unrelenting. However, after being subjected to the boiling water, it softened and became weak. The egg had been fragile. Its thin outer shell had protected its liquid interior. But after being through the boiling water, its inside had become hardened. The ground coffee beans were unique. After they were in the boiling water, they had changed the water. "Which are you?" the mother asked the daughter. "When adversity knocks on your door, how do you respond? Are you a carrot, an egg, or a coffee bean?" So just ask yourself, which one are you? Are you the carrot that seems strong, but with pain and adversity, do you wilt and become soft and lose your strength? Are you the egg that starts with a malleable heart, but changes with heat? Did you have a fluid spirit, but after a death, a breakup, a financial hardship, or some other trial, did you become hard and stiff? Does your shell look the same, but on the inside, you're bitter and tough with the stiff spirit and hardened heart? Or are you like the coffee bean? The bean actually changes the hot water, the very circumstance that brought the pain. When the water gets hot, it releases the fragrance and flavor of the bean. If you are like the bean, when things are at their worst, you get better and change the situation around you. So when the hours are the darkest and trials are their greatest, do you elevate to another level? How do you handle adversity? Are you a carrot, an egg, or a coffee bean? Isn't that always makes me a little bit misty-eyed. So even in this business, when you get that no after no after no, even when things are hard in your family or home or surrounding circumstances, just think, are you a carrot, an egg, or a coffee bean? So that's what I have for you guys tonight. All right, if you have specific questions, Pam is here, she's a leader. Rose is here, she's a leader. Carissa is here, she's a leader. We are here to answer your questions. So go ahead and unmute yourselves and chat away. I'm gonna just for a minute.
Don't everyone speak at once.
I am going to look for the questions we had earlier. Okay, so Jenny Dunn asked this question. She said, how do you overcome the maybe after the new year for booking new parties? That response of, would you like to host a party? And they say, maybe after the new year. Does anybody want to take a stab at that one?
I mean, with me, I have had that response, but I've gone ahead and said, okay, well, I've got some dates already settled, open for January. Let's go ahead and put you in. Or I set up a specific time to call back to her to set that date.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, I think try to pencil them in and say, let's just put you down for a date later in the month and pencil you in, and I'll contact you and we'll make sure it still works after the first of the year. Just don't let them slip by. And if they don't want to do that, always just say, I'm going to follow up with you.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah,
we get the post rewards on the 15th of the month. I'm going to send them to you so you can see what we have coming.
Yeah, or I'll say if I haven't heard back from you by this date, I will call you.
Yeah. It really is our job to follow up with them. I think if they say not till after the new year, you're not going to book them in December. So getting a date on the calendar, even to say pencil it in. And I always just say, you know what, in January, people are ready to party again. There's new products and my calendar fills up fast, even if it doesn't, to get them on a date. And then for the future, like for the upcoming year, trying to fill December as soon as possible by having the favorite things parties, which I don't know if we've really talked about that in here, but trying to fill up December before December even comes around, because that is a hard month to book sometimes. Any other thoughts on that one? Okay, there was another question. I only had 2 questions. So the question is, what do you use to do an invoice for the sales? So that's an easy one. Does anybody want to share what they do? Charity asked this question.
If she wants an invoice, I can send a PayPal invoice. Otherwise, I will just type up what they're owing me and ask them to send it. Just depends on the person and how formal they are.
Yes, I would agree with that.
When you do a PayPal invoice, sorry to butt in, does that then take a portion of it? PayPal takes a percentage?
Yep.
Okay, because that's what I did for a host for the overage that she had.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought maybe since I gave the invoice, then I don't know, she could still do family and friends or something. But anyway, I screwed it up. But thanks for clarifying that.
Yeah.
Anytime the percent is taken out, it's always tax deductible, so track it. But I, like Carissa, if they're pretty informal, I'll say just send 3817 friends and family to my email address. And if they want an invoice, I will use Square, because I tend to accumulate free processing on there. So if somebody wants an invoice, I use Square. And you get like your first $1,000 free anyway. And it takes a while to spend that. And then I'm not getting that hit, because it does add up. Any other questions? I'm scanning the page, making sure I'm not missing anything. Does anybody have any
question?
Yes.
So all of the sales that we've had, well, not that we've had, but like Norwex has had, et cetera, you know, I've posted on my business page and in my VIP group, but like literally I get nothing from them. So I was just wondering if anybody else is going through the same hurdles. So like, I mean, I want to do the 12 days of Christmas, but there's a part of me that's like, I like no one's biting at anything else. So I feel like that's a lot of work to put in if it's not reaching anyone, or I'm not sure what my struggle is in either one of those areas, honestly.
I can say something to that. For the 12 days of Christmas, the way that I did it last year is I almost set it up like a party. And so I individually messaged people that were part of my VIP group or previous customers and asked them, hey, do you want to be part of my 12 days of Christmas sale? And when they said yes, last year I actually did a separate group. I think I would probably, if I were to redo it, I would do it in my VIP group. But then you're reaching out to people and you're letting them know specifically that it's happening so they can be looking for it. And it also gives you the opportunity to reach out to some people that you maybe haven't reached out to yet, who have kind of showed interest, but they're not really sure, and add them to that as well. And then kind of run it almost, you know, like a party, but then people are checking in every day to see what that new sale is for the day.
That's great.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe I'll try that. Just a different, I was looking for just a different way to approach it instead of just, you know, posting it on there and people possibly not seeing it. So thanks. I'll
Another
try that out.
thing that I had that same thing going on like in my VIP group with it was just not this Christmas sale, but or anyone looking at the post. So what go and kind of what she was saying, but in your VIP page, not in an event. Just go pick a handful of people that you think would go on there and individually message them and say, hey, look, I've just not been having anybody see. I blame it on the Facebook algorithms, which really it is, and say, due to the algorithms, no one's seeing. So if you want to, go check this out. And if you do about 5 or 6 of them, and then they go and look at that, then it automatically starts getting more viewed because they've gone to look at it and comment on it. So sometimes just say, hey, if you don't mind, if even a close friend or someone that you can count on to just go like it and comment and look at it and get some track to that area.
Okay, yeah, and my second question too, has anybody experienced any issues with visibility and using Visibly? Because I just did a Facebook party. I want to say maybe we closed it like a week or so ago, and my host had even said that she hadn't seen a lot of the posts, and I mean she was going on there and doing a great job of liking things and commenting things. So I'm wondering if anybody has any other experience using that versus like just scheduling posts within, your party group. I know that's more work to put together, but
It is.
I was just curious if that algorithm is messing that up now too. Yes.
The short answer is yes. Anything that does not generate within Facebook isn't going to show it the same way.
Mm-hmm.
So using Facebook's tools is always better. But if you're running 1, 2, 3, 4 parties a week on Facebook, it's so hard to schedule 20 plus posts. I hate it.
Mm-hmm.
So what Chris and I have been doing, and so sometimes your leaders, like we try these things behind the scenes to see if it changes anything before we bother you guys with it. But one thing that we've been doing is having our host. So when they invite the guests and they get a yes, then we have them send a reply message like, great, make sure you accept the invitation, because now Facebook has changed it where they're not automatically in the group. They have to accept it, and people don't know that. So we say, make sure you accept the invitation and then turn on the notifications with a little image that shows them how to do that.
Mm-hmm.
That has seemed to help and that I've also been doing in my VIP group too, like make sure you guys have the notifications on. I've been texting that to my customer base too, because I want them to see the posts. And then I change the name of my party group every single day, because if you change the name of your party group every day, everybody gets a notification. So it's a little bit spammy, but the party's like 4 days, so I feel like it's okay. So I don't know. Hopefully that helps some. Carissa, or does anybody else have anything else to add to that? Oh, I know. One other thing too is going live. So when it comes to your VIP group in general, think about the value you're adding to your group, because the live feature is something Facebook wants us using. And I can post a post and it might get like 5 views, like 5 people see it. If I go live, suddenly 25 people have seen it. So when you go live, like how can you give value? Like, hey guys, I'm scrubbing my toilet. This is how I do it. And so Chris and I were just talking today about our 12 days of Christmas sale, so the sale gets posted at 10 a.m. in the morning. Then in the evening, demo it live. So people see what it is. So Carissa, tell them what you did. Good night.
Yeah, I went live just yesterday and showed I just cleaned my kitchen table with the kitchen cloth. Never even showed my face because I didn't want to. And I sold 8 kitchen cloths from that live. So before I did that, I hadn't sold any yet. Now that's my only sale so far, and I started on Saturday. I mean, that's the only things I've sold, but I went live with the pet products, and today we'll see if that amounts to anything.
And to answer Vanessa's question again, I think doing your own sale is better than the Norwex sale because I think our customers think it's special, and it is special. I don't sell a lot when I post the Norwex sales, but I always sell when it's my sale. Oh, hold on. Any other questions?
No, I don't have any.
So Kelsey was the one that 34 people saw, just a post that you posted. It wasn't a Bisley post.
Yeah, it was just a post about my daughter cleaning and totally random post. And I got like comments and whatnot. Maybe it's just because my daughter.
Well,
no one else cares about me. But
Ray said
then,
cute
like, the
sells.
sale posts are getting no hits at all.
Yeah. Well, cute sells. Puppies, kids always have high hits, but the stock images, like if you're just sharing the Norwex flyer that has been shared by like 20,000 consultants, Facebook's not going to show that. So anytime you can remake the image, add the stickers to it, I think that helps.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah. My son could not find my giant Yeti water bottle with the straw in it, so you have to see me drink it that way. Anything else? I don't want to keep you guys if you guys feel like you've gotten some value out of tonight. No questions are off limits. You can ask anything you want.
Rose, your little guy's so cute.
Enjoy him, because then that will happen.
Thanks. Right now he keeps trying to press the buttons and turn my watch upside down, so I'll do my best. You say hi? Nope. Okay.
Now Heather's out there somewhere. We can't see her face. She looks like she's sitting in some dark like parking lot or something.
She said she's driving.
Oh, she's driving. All right, guys. Well, oh, I know. I do have one more thing. Let me find it. I'm one of those people that has like 35 tabs open on. Okay, so talking about the end of the month. So as you're setting goals for your week, today's Monday, and it's also the last week of November. So how are you going to finish November strong and go into December to finish the year strong and then start January strong? So you may not be booking tons of December parties, like none of us really are, but you should be filling up the first 2 weeks of January. Like make sure when you're booking parties, it's for those first 2 weeks of the new year. So the rest of your spring, so your spring will be amazing. What did I want to? Okay, so what I'm going to do probably the end of this week, I'm going to post a finish 2018 strong, and it's going to be 12 days of customer care. And the challenge is going to be, and actually this might come from Norwex, I'm not totally sure, but basically it's going to be the first 12 days of December to commit to 10 customer care calls per day for the first 12 days. So that would be 120 customers that you're calling. And Carissa, like I'm telling the story because you just told it to me, like you have a customer care call story, don't you? Like that led to some.
Yes. It was recent.
It was the pedicure day. I feel like you told me the story.
Yes, I know I called somebody and I booked a party, but I don't remember the whole thing. I never call anyone.
And you did that day, and you booked a party.
And I booked a party.
Yes.
Oh, I remember what it is now. Yes, it was trying to wrap up a party for somebody. And I called one of the people that had been on the fence about ordering. He ordered and booked a party. So.
And I believe that if you had just texted her or messaged her, that she maybe wouldn't have even ordered.
Right.
So the challenge is going to be, and you're not calling people saying, hey, do you want to book a party? You're just making a customer care follow-up call that out of 120 people, you would think numbers wise, it's going to go down that path with a percentage of them. So, and I know we may not all have 120 customers to follow up with, but we all have somebody we can follow up with. So just be watching for that. All right. Anything else? I love seeing all of your faces. Thank you guys for coming.
I just have a quick request. The images for the 12 days of Christmas, can anybody possibly send those to me? Because I'm going to try and schedule posts for that in Facebook instead of visually.
Okay, will you message me?
Thank you.
Yes. All right. Good night, you guys. Love you all. Talk to you soon.
Thanks, Kelly.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.